Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Live and happy to be here with the gang.
Yeah, we are alive and live, alive on TikTok and on YouTube. So appreciate you guys tuning in for this. If you guys want to show us love, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now on First Cut. That is the best way to show us some love. But we have a ton to get to, and that is the San Diego Comic-Con news coming out from this weekend. I would say the biggest stuff is Hall H stuff, and I would say if there's ever a time to talk about Marvel in the MCU, we have to talk to the number one Marvel MCU expert, Sabrina Ramirez, in the house to break down her thoughts on everything that came out of the Marvel panel. So, Sabrina, I want to start with you. What did you think of everything that came out of this panel overall? What was the big highlight for you?
Well, as somebody who definitely was going on a hike at the time and I didn't have any service, and I was actually very happy to not have my entire Twitter just like—
You weren't refreshing your Twitter feed?
No,
What?
absolutely not. I was actively on a hike when it was happening. Didn't even like purposely time that out. But when I got back, of course, Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, which is definitely very fun just because like Eva Mendes was in the last like Ghost Rider film. I think that's kind of serendipitous. But then my excitement quickly got drained when they said Shawn Levy is the director of that. Missed opportunity, but that was kind of one of the standouts. Also, Peggy Carter is back, I guess. I don't really see like the most need for that, but we'll see what they do with her.
Yeah, let's get to the big one because I just think it's the big one. It's the one that everyone's talking about, and I feel like it's the one that's going to draw the most conversation. RB3, I think you and I would agree with that, and that is Black Panther 3. This is Ryan Coogler's return to the MCU after the amazing success of Sinners, Academy Award winning Sinners for a ton of Academy Awards. So Ryan Coogler is back, and he is deciding to do this movie in 70 millimeter IMAX film, which is crazy. Comes out December 15th, 2028. And it stars a new Black Panther. This is going to be the grown-up version of Toussaint slash T'Challa Jr., which we saw in Wakanda Forever, which is now going to be David Jonsson, a Sabrina love, right? Sabrina's been recommending
Absolutely.
David Jonsson since what, Rye Lane?
Since Rye Lane, I'm absolutely floored by every single performance I've seen of his. He's incredible. I'm so happy Ryan Coogler's coming back for this film, and I know it's going to be a quality product. The thing that outside of Black Panther 3, I just feel like I hope David Jonsson is not in kind of that like Marvel jail of just like being tied up in all these different projects. Who knows if things are coming through. So like I'm very optimistic for Black Panther 3, but I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous for what comes after, just because we were talking about Marvel's kind of losing it a little bit. So we'll see post Black Panther 3 and if they like utilize his talents really properly.
Yeah, RB3, now that you had a day or two to kind of reassess your thoughts, are they pretty much the same? Are you still on board with this casting as the new Black Panther or as the new T'Challa?
Yeah, I'm on board with it. First of all, though, I gotta thank the members. Gotta thank the members. Thank you to all the members who are a part of the channel and show love and support. Of course, Brendan Wellington, the homie, Mr. Wellington, BITCH boy, you back at it. Geek Ledger, salute to you. L Alvin 89, salute to you. Enter Landman, salute to you. Desmond Kingston, or Rick 2121, and Fearless Territory, Adam Barturo, and Arior, I believe so. And of course the OG legends, Wiley Todd, Ray Tabin, and Burning Ashes Productions, which is myself. And then we'll always we have more exclusive content coming to the members this week. If you're already a member, you already see Andres and I did a little live stream on as we're walking the Comic-Con floor. So that was a fun stream that is available for the members, and we'll play a little clip from that later. And then we'll have I have a vlog of the whole Comic-Con experience that we're going to put together for the YouTube members as well. So to all the members. Yeah, Black Panther, cool, man. He's cool. He's British. He's cool. He's a cool dude. Cool looking dude.
Yeah, we got another British guy. playing this role, but I think it'll work out. How do you feel about Sabrina, the idea of doing this? I think this is something that's kind of been a little bit talked about, but not as much, I think, for most trades. And that is the idea of randomly, magically aging up this character, making him of age, and passing the mantle onto him right after we saw the passing of the mantle to Shuri. Are you on board with that move?
I have a lot of faith in Ryan Coogler, and I think he's going to have something in the script that's worthwhile, even if it's the fact that we have David Jonsson and Shuri kind of just like working in tandem a little bit in that film. As far as the aging up, I do believe like it's been a minute since even like the last film. And I feel like we will have some type of like time jump by the time that this comes around. And so it'll feel a little bit more believable. I also believe that he could play younger. Like we saw him in The Long Walk recently, and he could have passed for like 17, 18 in that one. So I don't think it's the most unbelievable thing, but I do think we will see more of Shuri in this film versus just kind of like putting her off to the side. Just because I don't think like Ryan Coogler cares about his character so much. I can't imagine there's a world that he just completely negates everything he kind of built up in that last film.
Yeah, I will say this does feel, if I'm being honest, I love Ryan Coogler, and I really do think he is probably one of the best working directors in Hollywood. The only thing I do feel like this was a studio mandate somehow, where they said, come back, do Black Panther 3. Only caveat is you have to age up this kid, because I just don't see how that'll work. I mean, he looks like he's 7 in that movie at most. I just don't know how even if he is 17, that's 10 years age up. I just don't think that works in a natural sense. So I do think this was some sort of a studio mandate where they had to introduce a male Black Panther, specifically a dude. And they wanted to maybe make it, if they age up his son, that's probably the best way to do it. And then everything else is up to him. So obviously I think the casting was up to him. The story is going to be up to him, and how he introduces him is going to be up to him. But I do think that was a studio mandate. I don't know how you feeling about that, RB3, the decision to age up this kid and make him the new T'Challa Jr., but also just the new mantle of that T'Challa Black Panther role.
Well, I don't actually see it as a complete studio mandate. There's a part of me that maybe feels like that's where the film or the direction of the franchise was headed from the beginning. Mainly because Ryan Coogler spoke in previous interviews about how the whole original script before Chadwick Boseman died was about a father and son story, and him trying to like be a new father type situation. And then, if that's the story of the second one, or was going to be a story of the second one, then I imagine the third one would have been some sort of passing of the mantle in the same way that the first Black Panther was a passing of the mantle from grandfather to grandson. So I do kind of feel like it was part of the plan. And I do think that I also agree with Sabrina. I do think Ryan Coogler's not going to short Shuri of any screen time or anything. I do think like David Jonsson as an actor, to me, he seems like somebody who's more sensitive, more like young guy in training kind of situation versus, again, like people were anticipating Damson Idris. He's definitely more of an actor who is like the bravado, like, I'm confident, like, I'm the new king, like I'm but David Jonsson, not to disrespect the brother, but he hasn't played a role that's like a super like regal kind of kingly kind of dude yet, like, so he's going to have to grow into that, I think, as the narrative of the film. And I think Shuri's going to help guide that process.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that changing a bit as far as the role that he envisioned with this new T'Challa Jr. The only thing, it does seem a little suspect, I guess that's the best way to put it, when you did give that mantle to Shuri and then her giving it back does feel a little too soon, I guess is the best way to put it. Like at least give it another movie or two. But the fact that it's going to be 3, Black Panther 3, where they do pass it off, it is a little bit interesting. I won't say it's bad, controversial, or anything like that, but I will say it is a choice. It is something that definitely stands out quite a bit, specifically because there was so much controversy behind Shuri even having the mantle to begin with, where people were really negative to it, right? People were really reactionary, saying that they shouldn't have a woman Black Panther. And now the fact that they're saying, oh no, don't worry, they won't anymore, or they won't in the future, does feel a little weird, I can't lie. But at the same time, I do give Ryan Coogler every benefit of the doubt, because he deserves it. Like he absolutely has earned the respect of audience members, of Black women in general, specifically because of what he's done with Wakanda Forever and what he's done with every single one of his movies, to be honest. So I do think that that's something that he's going to do really well, if this was something that was in the plan for him. So.
Yeah, and also like now that you're saying all of that, the characterization of Shuri in general, like I always just saw her as somebody who is so like strong-willed, so intelligent. We see her just like geeking out over different technology and things like that. So I feel like that's something we're going to see a lot of moving forward. And I honestly think that's like her strong suit. I think she's great with like taking on an action role as well. But I did find it really interesting because especially with everything that happened with like Ironheart, I feel like seeing kind of like, like a woman in STEM type of role again, versus someone like Iron Man, as we've seen in the films past. I think having a woman kind of lead that charge is also really, really cool. So I do anticipate that there will be a lot of that in this one too.
Yeah, and I also think that she's gonna have a lot of screen time as a Black Panther in Doomsday and Secret Wars, because we just know, for one, like I said in the Doomsday reaction, clearly the Russo brothers love revisiting Wakanda, like whenever they do a movie, because it's like they set half of Infinity War in Wakanda, and then this movie has a very clear big set piece like in Wakanda. So it very much seems like there's going to be a lot for Shuri, we're at least going to have like at least one or two movies. I don't know where she's going to be in Secret War, but at least Doomsday, she's going to at least have a chance to be the Black Panther. It's an ensemble, of course, but I think that's going to be a crucial role for sure.
Yeah, I'm on board with it because of Coogler. If Coogler wasn't doing this, I would not be on board. Even if they did bring back Shuri and M'Baku, I would still be very skeptical, to be honest, if this was any other director. But the fact that it is Coogler coming back to it, the fact that it is something that he's passionate about, the fact that it's something that he can say no to, and the fact that it's something this shows that he wants to do it, and he wants to do it the way he wants to do it, right? Probably the most, I mean, he's always had creative control, but I think this is going to be the most creative control he's ever had, considering he's doing it in IMAX, 70 millimeter. Like, that shows you right there that
that's probably a company thing too, though. They're probably looking.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
Have they ever done that in the MCU though?
They've done large format IMAX releases. I mean, Fantastic Four was large format. It had
but it was not on film though.
It wasn't filmed on film, but it's the business now. Like, that's literally like
it is, but I could see that being a Coogler thing, man. I don't think that's a company. I think that's a Coogler thing. I think so, because Marvel's never done it.
It's both. I could definitely see it being both. I mean, we're gonna talk about the Odyssey later, but I mean, there's studio executives now that are literally just outright saying like they're trying to use IMAX as like a cash grab. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, and they did that earlier this. I mean, y'all saw the Bride. I don't know if y'all saw the Bride. I like the Bride, but they tried to throw out a little Bride IMAX 70 millimeter release like very, very last second, like, and then they tried to do that with another movie earlier this year. So it's like, I think studios are onto the game, but y'all gotta realize the product and the filmmaker got to be right to like match it. And I think definitely Ryan Coogler is beyond the right person to handle that for sure. So that's probably it's probably like both sides. It was probably like Disney was like, "Hey, Coogler, you still got them IMAX cameras?" And Coogler's like, "I want to shoot those anyway, cuz, so let's go."
Yeah, I still think this is something more special, in my opinion, just because I feel like Coogler has a different kind of touch, especially recent MCU stuff that hasn't always looked the best, in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, to be fair. I just feel like they've never really paid attention to the visual style or the visual filmmaking of their movies. And someone who really does do it is the one who just, Autumn, shout out to Autumn, but the movie who's just did it is the cinematography in Senators. Yeah. So that's something that's one of the biggest standouts that he's known for, right? All of the movie cinematography, he's known for creating some of the best visuals in all of filmmaking. So I do think this is something that only he can do. I guess is what I'm saying in Marvel. I mean, so yeah. The only other big thing I would say RB3 is that we didn't get a Denzel. We were
I was gonna say, I was
expecting it.
Well, yeah, like who started that rumor? Who started that dog on rumor?
That he would be there, right?
Who was it? Was it BD? Who started it? Because I heard everywhere in the streets.
The homie that we met.
Salute to BD. I have a little slideshow, all the fun pictures that we took over the time too. But not for real though. y'all guys, whoever these little clout chasing, little streamer or content creator, journalists, fake journalists who want to start these rumors and try to get people riled up, y'all know doggone well y'all don't see no Denzel. It just takes one like pathological liar to like go out there and be like, oh yeah, we saw Denzel at Comic-Con. Literally nobody else sees him, like nobody. And then like, oh, it just like starts spreading around. Stop it. Denzel is in Mexico or Tahiti or Hong Kong getting his feet rubbed and trying to rehearse for, you know, the Olympiad or some like stupid play or whatever, okay? Stop messing with Denzel, all right? And for one, you think Denzel gonna show up to Comic-Con with you brokies? He's not. This is Denzel Washington, 3-time Oscar winner. Get off his back. So yeah, that was ridiculous. And people whoever went that rumor, big shame on you, man. Just big shame. I don't like that.
Yeah, but he will do the movie. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in this movie.
He'll be in it. You're not gonna see Denzel drag his
imagine
like
Kevin Feige's like Denzel, and Denzel comes out in like a little hat or something and is like Black Panther 3. Come on.
No, it ain't never happening. I'm not
gonna say never. I'm not gonna say never.
You might as well be asking Daniel Day-Lewis to like show up to a Funko Pop store. You know what I'm saying? Like it just ain't no way. It ain't no way. Get it out your heads, y'all.
I'm still excited to see him in Black Panther 3, man. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see him in Black Panther 3. I'm not sure what the role is going to be. I'm definitely curious about it. I think we do know it's a villain role. At least that's the big conversation around it. But I think it's going to be something special regardless.
Hey, as long as he's not doing no accent. And that's the thing. Not enough people are talking about this accent thing with David Jonsson, man. I mean,
not enough. I think everybody's talking about it.
And I'm probably talking to you a lot about it, but
that's true.
That brother got to work on his accent. You know what I'm saying? Like that mug in Last Walk. I love the Long Walk. His performance is great. The accent was trash though. Accent was doggy. And it's funny. I'm glad I watched it with subtitles on HBO recently because like I did not understand half of what that brother was saying in real time, but you know, it worked out. But you're telling me, you know, because the son of this guy, T'Challa, is raised in Haiti. He's from Wakandan descent. So he got to have a little bit of French, a little bit of Haitian, a little bit of African. And he also got to, like, overcome the British accent. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
That's a lot.
You couldn't even do the South, bro. You couldn't even do the American South. So I don't know, you know, like, tricky.
You know what? So I am a defender. I'm absolutely a defender of his accent in The Long Walk. Can you sometimes miss some things that he's saying? Absolutely. I think he did a pretty good job because I don't know if you guys have ever been like genuinely in the Deep South, and some of the accents you hear like are really interesting. I'm curious to see like who, if he ever said this, but like who did he study? What accent did he study in particular? But even
Remy LeBeau.
Yeah, literally.
I'm Remy LeBeau.
Remy LeBeau.
I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah, Bubba Gump from Forrest Gump or something. Bubba,
hey,
yeah. Like,
that's American culture. Like,
it's Louisiana. I mean, it counts.
Yeah. And so, and also, I was trying to think, Alien Romulus, what accent did he have in that film?
Well,
I was British.
Accent?
He had the autistic accent.
No, I think he was British and American, right? Right?
Well, that's what
didn't he switch to American when his code switched? I haven't seen the movie.
That's what I was wondering if he did it there, and because like that didn't take me out. I heard a lot of people complain about The Long Walk, but I couldn't remember what accent he had.
Pretty sure it was British. Yeah, it was British. I mean, I think most synthetics are British in the Alien universe. Okay.
So. Well, I have faith in him. I think he's gonna crush it with the accent. Also, I feel like there's so many actors who do absolutely insane accent work, like Robert Pattinson is never correct. In every single film he does, he's done like Southern and it's insane. And I kind of find it charming. So whatever.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Other thing that I want to bring up, because I saw this tweet today and I'm low-key kind of shocked that so many people are agreeing with it. And that is saying that, I didn't say this, I swear, but that he's not like good looking enough to play T'Challa. I don't know if you saw this, and apparently people are agreeing with this, but I was kind of shocked. And he's kind of short. Homie's kind of short, he is kind of short.
The short thing is what helps the kid like factor, you know, for me.
Yeah, but homie is kind of short. He's not dancing. Everyone's saying he's not dancing Idris.
Oh my gosh.
Which means as like good looking as he is. But I think it's kind of silly. But I guess people, I don't know. I think people just want to make shit up.
Short King's rule, man.
Yeah, for
First of
real.
all,
It's so hated.
5'9"? He's 5'9". I just looked it up, and you would be
People
shocked
want
at
to
the
see like
amount
a
of
6'3" big dude.
but I'm like, not everybody can be.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you would be shocked when you're on a carpet or you're doing like premieres or like whatever, and you are talking face to face with some of these actors. They are much shorter in person than they would
Mhm.
ever come across on screen.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, not everybody's Damson Idris, but I think he'll be just fine. How tall is Chadwick Boseman? Like, how tall was he?
Like
Let me
6
see.
foot maybe.
I think
Oh,
like
well,
Probably
okay.
6 foot flat, and then maybe what's his face? B Jordan, maybe same.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was also shorter than Letitia Wright too, so that's what made
He
it a little
was, yeah.
funny on
That's
stage.
what people were saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chadwick Boseman, 5 feet 11 inches, so only
only 2 inch.
2 inches.
There
So,
you go.
and you can wear like special shoes if you want to come across a little bit taller. You never know. I think that's very silly, and the handsome stuff is crazy. He's so handsome. He's so charming. Everybody needs to watch Rye Lane, and I think they would change their opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board with this again, just mainly because of Coogler. I love every character in the Black Panther universe. Those are my favorite MCU characters. I've said it a million times, but the fact that M'Baku is back in this, we know for sure because Winston Duke was also on stage there as well. He's still technically playing the King of Wakanda. He's also in Doomsday, obviously, because we saw him in the trailer. So I'm assuming he's going to have a major role in these movies or in this movie as well. We do know Denzel for sure. I told you RB3. I'm still not sure what they're going to do with Namor. I'm very, very much afraid that they're going to kill him off in Doomsday. That's something that I just have in the back of my head or in the back of my heart,
Yikes.
where I'm worried that they do that, and I will be very upset if they do that. To be honest.
Well,
yeah.
your theory was a little, they had an interesting way of confirming that during the panel. I mean, do you want to speak on that? Because you put that to my attention.
No, you say it.
You say it.
You say it, bro.
Okay. So then apparently, Andres thinks that Namor is gonna die. I don't think so, but Andres thinks Namor is gonna die in Doomsday.
Doomsday. Yeah.
So then what was funny is during the Black Panther panel, Ryan Coogler was like, we have a lot of our amazing cast from Black Panther 3 here. Letitia come out, Winston come out, but he didn't call up to Noach. He didn't call up, homie played Namor. And it's like, whoa, what's up with that? Like, is he not in Black Panther 3? Is he because he bites the dust in Doomsday? I don't know.
Yeah, that was my theory, man. What do you think, Sabrina?
I mean, was he there at Comic-Con? And
Yeah, he was there.
He was there for Doomsday.
shaking
He
our
walked
hands.
out right, literally right before the Doomsday thing. Yeah.
He was right there.
Well, maybe he was like, you know what, this is my only time walking out on stage and I'm done. Like, I put in the work for this time being. Hopefully they don't kill him because I actually really find his character to be so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot to work with there. Again, all these different like elements of the universe that I don't want to like just abandon. Which again, I don't have a lot of faith that they're gonna stay true to a lot of this stuff. Like even the fact that again, Blade is like dead in the water. This is like over the last few years would have been a perfect time to get that character back in the mix, because as we were talking about the whole hat thing, I was thinking about when Mahershala Ali came out years ago with the hat. So exciting. And it's completely dead. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do decide to kind of get rid of a lot of these aspects of like the existing MCU and Doomsday. It kind of feels like an easy cop out, easy way to do it, and like pretend to have some stakes in the film. But I just hope they don't with that character in particular.
That would get me mad, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I also could see, the main reason why I see it happening, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is because his character is so anti-hero, cocky, head first, headstrong. Yeah. Like I could see him being like, well, I mean, nobody's stronger than me. I can take him on, kind of thing. And then he gets his butt whooped, and it's a way to power scale, like show how powerful Doomsday is because he killed Namor. I could see it. And it would definitely be upsetting because I do feel like there's not a lot to be said. I mean, there is a lot to be said, but there's not enough representation for what he represents, which is obviously Native Americans, but also just Native Mexico and just the Mexican culture of the Mesoamerican history that we have. So I do feel like it would be weird. And also, like everything I've seen out of Doomsday before, and I'm not the only one saying this, his outfit is awful. his fit is terrible. That little leather suit he's got going on with the little, it just looks awful, and it looks nothing like we saw in Wakanda Forever. The set design looks nothing like we saw in Wakanda Forever, and I know that's a high bar to clear because it is Oscar-winning Ruth Carter. But at the same time, I just feel like it's such a downgrade that I'm kind of blown away. To be honest, I'm blown away by how terrible his outfit is. And I'm just like, damn, I don't know. I don't think they're going to do them just. I think they're going to scale him down quite a bit. They're going to power him down, I mean. So I don't know. We'll see. Because Wakanda Forever hyped him up to be cool. And then I could see this movie being like, no, he's not. He's actually not that strong. And he's kind of weak sauce. So,
man, I want to see that, man. I don't
want
want
to see it either.
I don't want to see it. And, man, you gotta stop being so negative on Doomsday, man. You know what I'm saying? We saw a good.
To be fair, that those visual, I still stand by that. And we saw the trailer one time, but I stand by it. I think those visual effects don't look good. I think that last fight was just black and gray dirt and brown and cloudy, dusty, like whatever they're fighting. And I don't know if you've seen the trailer, Sabrina, but they showed a little bit more of that, and it looks.
I feel like visual effects, like, well, there was a film that I worked on that had like heavy visual effects years ago, and I watched the final film maybe like a month before the film came out, and they still were working on the visual effects. So I do anticipate, like, hopefully by the time the film actually comes out, because of course, again, we talk about like how hard they work, these VFX teams, in films like this and all of that. So I'm sure they were kind of scrambling to get shots together for the trailer in particular, but then hopefully when we see the film, it'll look better. But then again, it's also the Russos, and I feel like they have a problem.
That's my thing.
Well, we stay being negative on this movie.
But here's my thing. That's why I keep going back to it. And I really was thinking about this yesterday, was the fact that no one brought this up. But the Russos are, I'm pretty sure, notoriously pro AI. And I'm pretty sure this movie has a shit. That last scene. So we saw a scene, Sabrina, for anyone who doesn't know, that showed Doomsday raising sentinels from the ground, and I swear, dead ass looked like generative AI. Like it just looked like AI. And I swear, no one has asked them that. Nobody asked the Russos on the carpet or on the press junkets if they used AI. And I'm pretty damn sure that these guys have talked about in articles before, in other interviews, how happy they are that AI is going to take over people's jobs, and take away people's, artists and CGI artists. And if that's the case, I need more haters. I need more people to join me. Join the dark side.
No, wait, stop. Wait, for what? Stop. I can't let you put that slander out there. No, wait, stop.
Bien Guillermo.
We have to research this. I have to research this right now.
But nobody asked. We don't know. I'm not saying
allegedly,
it's alleged.
You're putting this out of nowhere, though. Like, where is this coming from? I ain't never heard nowhere no Russo brothers using AI.
They did. They made
so I have it pulled up.
Sabrina has facts.
The Russo brothers did use AI for voice modulation in The Electric State, and I guess they're like pretty pro AI.
See, they did an article about it,
focusing on developing in-house technology to enhance the creative process.
Adrian Brody used the AI on his voice too, and he got an Oscar.
And I actually think that was wrong. I really find it to be entirely unnecessary, because I don't think there was anybody who would have been watching that film and been like, Adrian Brody's accent is a little off here and there, or like whatever. But again, they are talking about using it to enhance the creative process. And I think something that we saw with, I don't know if you guys saw it, but with Stop That Train, the RuPaul movie. Mm-hmm. So I didn't see it. Oh my gosh. I did not see it in theaters. I saw the film afterwards because I was excited to see it in theaters. But then Adam Shankman, like when the first reactions were coming out and the embargo started to like lift, people were saying, hey guys, this clearly uses a lot of AI. And then Adam Shankman, the director, put out a statement that said like, it was so carefully worded, and it was like generative AI was not utilized. Like the statement was super sus. And then it turns out he's like, yeah, we did use generative AI for the visual effects. And so I would not be surprised with even them saying they're using it to enhance the creative process or whatever. And again, this is all alleged.
All alleged. I'm speculating.
Yeah, it looked like it was AI. It could also be rushed visual effects that will look better when the actual film comes out. I really hope that they don't utilize AI, like generative AI, for like replacing any of the VFX work, because you can tell, and it looks bad.
You can tell. You can
And
tell.
that's what happened with Stop That Train, is that it looks horrible. So they're on a train, obviously, and every shot, the train kind of looks different from the outside. Like this many windows are in like this cart. And then now the next shot, there's half the amount of windows in that same cart. And it's just, it doesn't make any sense. It always looks bad. Just don't do it.
Don't do it. And I'm not saying they did. I'm simply saying no one asked. And
It
I
looks like
wish
it.
someone asked. And to me, it looked like it. I think it looked bad. And I think somebody should have asked them. And I don't know if they did any press lines. I'm pretty sure they did.
They have to.
I wish someone would have asked him, because for someone who's been out there promoting, saying that AI is good, actually, I think somebody should have, I don't know, had the initiative to ask them, because I do feel like that last shot, I keep going back to it because I have a pretty good eye for generative AI, and I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, I have a pretty good eye. I'm not saying it is, because obviously I could be wrong, but I'm simply saying that if they did, it needs to be called out and it needs to be trashed, bro. It needs to be trashed. Somebody needs to trash these fools for doing that if they did that. So I'm just saying. I'm simply saying, bro.
I agree. I'm hoping again that it's just unfinished, bad
Me too.
VFX, and then maybe it'll look better. But again, I really don't. It's goes back to the Shawn Levy conversation
Yeah.
of like they are the epitome of like a studio director, and same thing with Shawn Levy. It's like genuinely, they have good box office returns. Everything is just kind of palatable. It's not really anything interesting. It's serviceable. It does the trick. And that's what I fear for this film. And that's why I haven't been excited, as somebody who like was so obsessed with Marvel my entire life, probably up until like 6 years ago. It's been hard to see, because like I remember seeing every single release on, gosh, like midnight opening night, every single time, from Iron Man up until I don't even know when I stopped, but definitely in the last few years.
Yeah. I'm not saying, once again, I'm simply saying it needs to be asked. I think you should ask these filmmakers if that's what they're doing. I think that's the bare minimum you can do.
Those people who are on the sidelines at like Comic-Con, unfortunately, it's so like hard to get of these spots that they're never going to ask the hard questions. And I think that that's a conversation, again, that we go back to with the influencers, journalism, even great journalists. Sometimes when you have just like a few minutes, unfortunately, they're not going to ask tougher questions or anything kind of like super inquisitive, more like hype stuff. And yeah, it's a shame.
It is. And for me, it's more like, and I know this conversation needs to be larger. RB3 and you and I have talked about it, how AI shouldn't be demonized completely. I do feel like there needs to be room for conversation. And I do feel like that is clear. And I agree with that. I'm not going to be an absolutist about this, but I do think it needs to happen. The conversation needs to happen. You can't just say, we need to have a conversation about, well, let's have it. Let's explain to me why you need less visual effects artists and to use AI instead. Like, explain it to me in detail if you want to have that conversation. That's all I'm asking, because for me, again, I don't want to be completely, black or white absolutist, but at the same time, it needs to be broken down to me, because when you say you want to save money on something that costs $300 million, it sounds like you're a little bit insane to me. So again, hopefully that is not the case, but if I would like to know, and I think a lot of people who are fans of these movies would like to know. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. So,
me too. I stand by you.
Yeah. So
I don't know
you
if I
hating on
stand
me,
by
bro.
that. No,
Yes, you don't hate.
Hey,
Why
man, look, I'm just.
Well, you can't have conversations.
No, let's conversate. But I still want to see Doomsday early. Maybe
I still want to see Doomsday too, bro.
But,
I still love these characters. I still love this world.
The Russo brothers. Just use this clip. Put this on TikTok. We love the brothers. Give us an early screening.
For me, I think there needs to be a balance, right? If we love this world and if we love this universe, we also love the people who make it, right? The creators, the storytellers, the artists who put their hard work into every frame. And I think they deserve some attention as well. And they have notoriously been underpaid in the industry and overworked. So as much as I love Thor and Shuri and all these characters, I want to see the artist be properly paid and get work, get jobs. What's wrong with that?
No, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. That's cool. That's cool, man. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. Real quick. We have a lot of people in the chat. We have a lot of people on TikTok. Salute to everybody on TikTok. BF. Salute to BF, man. Schmo homie from way back in the day. We have Master Psycho, who followed us on TikTok after this stream. Salute to you. He said Steve Lacy spoiled a major thing with Spider-Man Brand New Day recently.
Oh, please don't tell me.
I'm not telling. I'm not looking.
Please don't
Steve
say.
Lacy, my boy from Compton. I can't let that fly. Nunya back at it. Nunya was tapped in during our stream on the floor, talking about David Jonsson. He hasn't been put through the Marvel physical training regimen yet. He'll be fine. Yeah, you're right. When they bulk him up, give him all that protein and chicken, he's gonna be straight.
Like 6 personal trainers.
Oh yeah, they
go crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna Chris Pratt him for sure. User 1286, a lot of numbers, said, where was Lupita? Lupita wasn't at Comic-Con.
No,
so
unfortunately.
they probably wasn't trying to
probably
fly out
not
extra
Nakia
people.
either.
Yeah, but she'll probably be in the movie. She'll probably be in the
hopefully in Black Panther 3. Yeah, I meant Doomsday, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But yeah. And then Nunya said they'll probably have him die for Sue, talking about Namor and not gonna
Namor, I could see that. See? I could see that. Yeah.
Interesting. Shawn Z followed because of the live stream. Salute to y'all. Why is a man of the sea wearing leather? Oh, talking about the fit.
That suit is terrible, bro. Hate it.
Shawn Z said Ghost Rider is long overdue. It's good to see Ghost Rider back. But I mean, it would have been cool to see Robbie Reyes as well.
That's what I'm saying. I just feel like ain't nobody cares about Johnny Blaze, bro. I even forgot his name. I called him Johnny Cage. Who cares about Johnny Blaze, bro? I think Robbie's way cooler. I think his comics are cooler. I think his vibe is cooler. I just think he was a way better writer. And I know somebody said Dan Keach, another Ghost Rider, and I'll take him over Johnny Blaze, but to me, Robbie's the best. So,
nah, they all valid. Nunya said, oh, talking about Russo brothers, they are pro AI. They Googled it, and then Nunya also said, what makes sense why Chris Evans looked off in one of them trailers. Oh man, I'm not putting them AI allegations on nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, if you're talking good stuff about
a fresh fill. He had an appointment. He got a little filter, and that's okay. Everybody goes through it. We saw Ryan Gosling like 2-3 years ago. He had that going on, but they get through it.
They'll get through it. Yeah, that's TikTok. Salute to everybody on TikTok, and then on YouTube. Gosh, I can't even. YouTube is like not pulling up.
I could do a couple if you want, bro.
For sure. Yeah.
Let's do Joseph Ashley says Professor X in the window looks like AI. Maybe.
No, you're gonna pick on the AI comments.
No, I swear I'm not.
Wait, hold up.
No. They need to give VFX more time, says Fascia Butta. I don't think they're gonna kill Namor, says King's Portal. I'm honestly more hyped for Black Panther 3 than Doomsday, since Fascia. Make Shuri Queen at the end. I could see them making Shuri Queen.
ABCDE says, so RV3 wants to be an influencer instead of a critic. I mean, nah.
Call him out.
Damn.
Nah.
Joseph Ashley said Johnny Glaze.
Johnny Glaze, that's funny.
That's funny. Danny Keach is the guy. Dan Keach, I guess, is another Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's a white boy?
Yeah, for characters. It's not confirmed if he's playing Blaze, Johnny Blaze, but I'm thinking that's who he's gonna play. I'm just not excited. I still don't like Shawn Levy, and I'm still not gonna be on board until I see Starfighter, and I still am not very confident with Starfighter, even though Kevin Feige said that's why he got the idea for this. But let's move on to other stuff that came out of San Diego Comic-Con RB3. What's the next one you want to get to? I say we get to the DC stuff.
Well, I just want to say before we fully left that one with
the Marvel.
Marvel. Sorry, you can hear that.
Oh, you got a lot of good footage on that, by the way, man, right?
Thank you. I tried, man. This one, why did it look? It came in all weird on my thing here. But yeah, anyway, Deadpool came out as well. Right, yeah. He sat right behind my homie Alex Shannon, who was literally in the crowd as well. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better.
Mike got a good pick with him too, right?
Mike, so it's cool. But the one thing, if y'all gonna be in Hall H Marvel, fix them back screens, doggone it. Like, you can't see half this presentation, half of this comedic performance, wonderful performance from Ryan Reynolds. I don't know how wonderful it is, but come on, y'all. Like the screen kept going out. Everybody in the crowd. Look, I'm trying. Let me see if I can do when people are booing.
Happy Hogan? That's the Audi.
They start booing at the end heavy.
We're leaving.
Somebody said, "Fix the screen."
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Reynolds.
Dude, y'all had people booing for Deadpool, y'all, like, because y'all couldn't get the people in the back. Salute to Marvel for looking out for the people in the back, because having the people doing the entrances from the back, that was cool. But at the same time, fix the screens. You gotta fix the screens, especially if it's like a fun moment like that, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, I agree. The Apple panel really stood out because they did the whole widescreen thing when they pulled the screens apart. Remember that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was actually the craziest looking situation. That was a loud movie too. That Matchbox
was loud. Yeah.
Yeah. People.
I can't lie, it looked kind of cool though.
It did. I was like, yo, how y'all gonna take Matchbox toys and make that look kind of fun? But they did.
They had Rollout playing in the background throughout the whole. They had Rollout as the theme of the movie, and I was like, all right, you got me. Fine, bro, you got me.
Right.
I did not think I was gonna be on board with this.
But yeah, they literally maximized every inch of the screen wall they could. Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah, it definitely was apparent as someone who was also in the back with RB3. You could not see at all. Yeah. They showed a trailer for a couple Apple movies and you could not see the screen at all, which was kind of funny. But yeah, definitely something they need to fix for sure. I agree with that. So yeah, let's move on to the other panel we were at RB3, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, Sabrina. We saw a couple Lanterns clips. I don't know if you heard anything about Lanterns, Sabrina, but how are you feeling about this show after a presentation, after Hall H? I don't know if you saw anything from it.
I didn't see anything from Hall H really, but I am actually really looking forward to this one. I like that DC is now letting their characters just like breathe a little bit more. Again, that's something that I feel like Marvel's not really doing the best of right now, and I think that was something that with the DCEU, right? That's the last one?
Yes.
Okay. With them, they also like they did not let their characters really breathe and kind of just like build up. So I'm actually really excited for this show.
Yeah, RB3, any other thoughts from Lanterns? I feel like that was her favorite panel, right? Every time people kept asking us.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite panel. I love the grittiness of it. I love the tone of it. Henry Thompson 65625 on TikTok said, "Well, I've been wondering where you all have been at since the Schmoes days. Just follow." Thank you, bro. Yeah, I mean, look, people rediscovering us online. That's what we try to do. You know, we still at it. Yeah, that was definitely the best panel. My boy Damian Lindelof didn't say a word, but that's okay.
He didn't say a word. I told you that afterwards, remember?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this guy did not say anything. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, he let the other people shine. And of course, it looked like all the clips they showed from the first episode. I think that further confirms what some people speculate might happen in the first episode. But I haven't seen. I don't know. I haven't seen the show. I know some people. Coy Jandrew saw like the first 4, right?
I saw the first 4.
Yeah,
I talked to Perry too. She saw the first 4. Yeah.
Dang. And they said episode 3 is like Watchmen tier quality.
That's what I heard as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's excellent to hear. That's dope.
Yeah, it looks cool. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely curious to see still how they're going to bridge it, the Man of Tomorrow to Jon Stewart, because he's going to be in Man of Tomorrow. That's like 100% confirmed. So how they're going to bridge that world and that universe. And I think the fact that he's in Man of Tomorrow, RB3, and not Hal also is kind of gives credence to that theory you're talking about. But I do think it's cool. And I do think I like what you said, Sabrina, the fact that DC is doing kind of something different. And letting their characters breathe a little more and not trying to copy exactly what Marvel's doing completely, because they still kind of are copying, but not completely, especially letting these.
Yeah, I mean, it was a winning formula. You know what I mean? So it makes sense why you would, and obviously them utilizing television and like series early on with kind of building up this new universe, I do think is really interesting.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was a great build up. Oh, yo, thank you, King's Portal, for the super chat on YouTube. Thank you, King's Portal. Knapsack say ran to you guys. Let me just start my slideshow, because I have a little slideshow of all the fun photos, you know, I took, and I'll just like talk over some of these. Yep, there we go. Boom. Look, oh man, I hate this shit sometimes. But yeah, that's us and Vibes, young boy Vibes, first time.
Shout out Vibes.
Vibes, shout out Soups. I know a controversial figure in some circles here online. And TikTok's getting the messed up version. Wait, I wish I could reset it for TikTok real quick. Here we go. And then yeah, these awesome cosplays. Nobody liked the black dude playing Apocalypse, but I thought that was fly. Frozone, salute to Frozone. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on 2x speed real quick. And then yeah, all these cool. Yeah, what was your favorite memories, Andres? What was
Favorite one now?
favorite memories overall from the
Hanging out with you, bro.
hanging out?
That's always gonna be my favorite memory, bro. Tacos El
man.
Gordo.
Tacos El Gordo. Well, I didn't want you to pull up to Tacos El Gordo, but you know why. But oh no, so, hey, look at that. Us with the Don cat. That was fun. No, I'm not saying I didn't want you to pull up to Tacos El Gordo, but you know. I love you, brother. Anyway, Scott Mance at the Star Trek panel, friend of the show. There we go. Ken Knapsack as Old Dogs. Ken Knapsack, Andres, me, Dad, Mark Ellis. And this one's cool. The costume designer for Obsession. I met the costume designer for Obsession, Blair James, at the fandom party. She was very nice. That was me wilding at the fandom party. I'm gonna skip past that. In the comic shop. Yo, wait. Can I AI this to like make my hair less greasy? Like, what the? Y'all see this? Like,
Please don't AI anything.
like, can we get AI to make me less sweaty in this picture? Like, Jesus H. But nah, that's crazy. But no, salute to a fun top tier weekend for sure.
Yeah, we did the Blurred and Bougie party RV3, and that was cool. I had a lot of fun there. I got to meet the Ringerverse guys. I've been wanting to meet them for a minute.
Yeah.
I met Van, which is cool. I've always liked Van. So that was awesome. And Jomi and all them homies, Charles. So shout out to them for being very kind, very nice. Catching up with homies I haven't seen in a minute. We saw Tiffany Smith at the Blurred and Bougie party. It was cool talking to her and catching up with her a little bit. Yeah, what else? Obviously Mark and Ken, seeing them was cool. Those are the homies. Dad, Darina's cool.
Yeah.
So it was cool, man. It was a lot of fun. I definitely had a good memories. Obviously, hanging out with you, still the highlight, bro. Tacos El Gordo.
Tacos El Gordo. No, I
we
love
out
me
here,
some
bro.
Tacos El Gordo.
2:30 in the morning, getting tacos.
Nah, I love me some Tacos El Gordo. You know.
Yeah,
I love Tacos El Gordo. That's the spot. But yeah, man. Besides that, okay, and then sorry, there's actually one more thing here. Well, we ran into Andre Blackner. You can just watch the clip on social media. There's a longer clip here of us running into him.
From the shadows. Hey.
But you know what? Actually, y'all got to be a member to watch that. So y'all ain't gonna watch that. Now, I do want to. One of my other favorite panels, personally too, was the Pan's Labyrinth 20th anniversary restoration, which they are doing restoration of the film 4K and in 3D. And I actually had the pleasure of speaking with the cinematographer of Pan's Labyrinth, Guillermo Navarro, the first Mexican cinematographer to ever win the Academy Award for his work on Pan's Labyrinth. So this is a clip from that. It's about 4 minutes, 40 seconds. So hopefully you enjoy. What I love so much about this film is how it prioritizes the practical effects and how the lighting is so mystical and magical, and it really sells you on the surreal world. With the shift to like digital effects, you know, from film to digital and everything now. As a cinematographer, what was the hardest shot to do with the practical landscape, and what would you do it differently now using digital tools or digital effects?
Well, thank God we shot it still in 35 millimeter film. I don't think this movie would be achievable the same way in digital.
The texture,
Yeah, it's full of. You say you can touch it. The most difficult thing you asked me?
Yeah, most difficult shot or difficult, maybe not even shot, or just like moment or concept to capture.
Well, I would say not about difficulty, but challenge.
Challenge, yes.
Challenge things were funny enough. they came from the reality of the production and the adversity that we had. We had very little money to do the movie, really. And for instance, there was many nights. This I've been saying it in these interviews. There's many nights in the movie, and we could only do certain nights that had like a scope that I could control. But the forest at night, when they're walking by the river at night, when they're going through to the camp, all those things it's all day for night. So I was forced to do day for night. That is something that is like a no, because it shows you say the expression that you show the underwear immediately, and we were able to get it done like that. So the proportion of day for night exteriors are quite big. And you just see them, and now that maybe when you see it again, you make the point to try, and you'll find them. You'll find a few, but that was very challenging. So, especially when you were shooting it, because there was like, oh, okay, this is not gonna fly, And then other things where, for instance, the attack on the camp at the end. In that summer, there were many fires in Spain. So we were not allowed to do any explosive. Any explosive. And this was an attack. So we have to, we were able to put like special effects, we were able to put a hole and do a mortar tool, so dirt will go as if it was a result of a hit or something. But in terms of how to sell the explosions of the attack, because it's an attack where actually they win, I did it with lighting. I brought like big theatrical lights that have big diameter and with big dimmers and a lot of gel, and I created the illusion of explosions like that, like theatrically. And you buy it completely. So when we were doing, we felt ridiculous doing it. Here's like a line of 20 cases that nobody has them anymore, We had to pull them from a theater because no rental company had them anywhere. They were like just dumped, those things. So that's how we pulled that off. Another very tricky thing that we did was all the shots in the mirror with the captain. Where he's shaving and then where he's suing himself.
Because they're like their hands across here, right? So
Well, not only that, but it was the first set. It was the first set. It was the first 2 days of shooting.
Okay.
So imagine the first 2 days of shooting, tying things that we were going to shoot 7 weeks after.
Yeah.
No, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yes.
I just tell you, Jackie Brown's my favorite movie of all time, by the way. I know you.
Yeah. I survived that.
So yeah, salute to him, man. Salute to the homie Guillermo Navarro. Academy Award winner, sat down and answered that was my question. Like, he gave me a 4-minute answer for just my question alone. So like, salute to him for that. And then he hit into with that hilarious tidbit at the end about Tarantino. So friend of the show, Quentin Tarantino.
You had to include it. It had to include any Tarantino hate, bro.
Got to.
I love it, man. That is crazy. I forgot how good that movie looks. Holy shit.
Beautiful.
Holy shit. Like, just I was seeing those couple of those clips and I was remembering, I was like, oh my God, that's right. This movie looks insane. Great work from him. Great panel. Mainly because of those two, Guillermo and Guillermo were just balling out, like Shaq and Kobe style, bro. We were at that panel, so you know what I mean, RB3. Like, they were just going bar for bar. Like, he said a bar and then he said a bar. And they were just giving us quotes and just like inspiration, and we were just like, damn, this is crazy.
Heavy anti-AI stances here, you know?
Hey.
Yeah. We out here, bro. And he was talking about the difficulty of shooting that way, and Guillermo was talking about just art in general, just making art, how art can inspire, how it could save lives and save kids, and it was some really cool stuff, some really powerful moments. And obviously the moment when Guillermo got his award, you recorded that and posted that, and that was some cool shit, bro. So thank you for doing that, bro.
Nah. Thank you to Guillermo del Toro and everybody for having us. Thank you for, salute to our homie, man, Dorian Parks, man, for holding us down and, bringing us out there. You know what I'm saying? And supporting us with the Geeks of Color team. CJ as well. CJ was huge, massive in terms of like getting us around, getting us into places. The whole team was amazing. Vibes, Bree.
Awesome. Bree is great.
Who else? Georgie was phenomenal as well. So, and of course, we never met Mike, but I heard Mike was cool too. We never got to
shout out Mike.
Yeah.
Everyone you name, bro. I love every single one of them. All such great people, and all gave us a great time, a great opportunity, and just great vibes overall. So
indeed.
Yeah, shout out to them overall. Any final highlight from San Diego Comic-Con RB3?
Nah, that's it for me. I mean,
yeah. I think so for me as well. It was kind of interesting. I've never seen Vampire Lestat, Sabrina. I don't know if you've seen that. But that concert, we saw a whole concert. That was fun, I guess.
Oh, I heard they were doing that. Yeah. Great.
We saw like a good 10 minutes of it. Jacqueline, I think her name is Jacqueline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacqueline was hosting it. So that was kind of cool. And I think I think Joseph Ashley in the chat said Spaceballs. That's the one panel we skipped that day, bro.
Yeah, nobody made it to Spaceballs.
We literally walked out and then came back for Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
So we couldn't see the Spaceballs one, but I would say those were my highlights. Surprisingly, Apple TV. I know, Sabrina, that's your love right there. Yeah. Shout out Apple TV. Their panel was surprisingly pretty good. They had a 2-hour panel.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think I slept through one of them. I can't lie. One of those 30-minute presentations. So I forget. I want to say yes, I did. And I think it was a Ryan Reynolds movie. So that shows you.
Not missing much. Like directed by Shawn Levy.
Yeah. It was a Ryan Reynolds spy movie where he plays a spy going into Soviet Russia. And I think Kenneth Branagh is like the Soviet counterpart to him, like the other Soviet spy. I forget the name of the movie, RB3. I don't know if you remember, but or you might not have been there for that.
I wasn't there for that. That was actually I saw half of the Apple panel, which was fire.
Okay.
But then the other half of it, I was actually right upstairs with my boy Trey, and we had me and Trey are filmmakers. We were trying to see one panel, and then we couldn't get to it, so we ended up in another like panel just right upstairs from the Apple. That's why I was saying Apple was loud. Like literally upstairs, you could hear like all the walls just like vibrating. Like it was like, so what are we doing? And then, but we ended up stumbling into this one that was like short films, from short films to Sinners, the future, the possibilities of like virtual production or whatever. And it was like these like VFX nerds like talking about like how to use virtual production, digital production, like, either the stuff with the walls or even the stuff that's like just like building, reconstructing sets through like CGI and like extending it and stuff. And I mean, for one, I had no idea that whole center scene when he's at the train station and we meet Haley Steinfeld and Delroy Lindo. There was a lot of CGI in that sequence. Like that was not like a real train station like at all, dang near. Like it was like they really CGI'd a lot of that scene in particular. It was like crazy to watch,
It is crazy. Yeah. Speaking of that, I also stepped out to do another panel while I was in Hall H, and that was the Absolute DC Comics panel, which was cool. A comic panel at Comic-Con? What? We don't do that. But that was really cool. I've read the Absolute Wonder Woman series, which to me is the highlight, but Absolute Batman and Absolute Superman are supposedly really good as well. So seeing a little bit of that, seeing the art behind that, and seeing the creative voices behind it was cool as well. So shout out to the actual comic book artists and comic book writers who do some really cool shit like right now, like brand new series, brand new DC stories, and it's some really creative shit. So shout out to them for sure.
Yeah. And then Sean Z said to be there when Ryan Gosling came out. Yeah, that was cool. It was like, yay, Ryan Gosling. Oh, Shawn Levy.
Yeah.
Shawn Levy.
Yeah. It was like,
that's exactly it, bro.
Yeah, but it was
exactly my feeling.
It was still a good vibe. But yeah, that's all I got for Comic-Con,
Yeah, I feel like that's all I got too. I was shout out Silo. I'm probably the only one who watches that show. I mean, I think a lot of people watch that show.
Yeah.
But Rebecca Ferguson, I love her. I love her. I don't know what else to say. I think she was great. She was literally dressed in like joggers, Supergirl joggers, and like a Supergirl like oversized shirt. And I was like, she's rocking it, bro. She's killing it. So that was cool. That was really cool.
Did y'all see Common performing outside the?
I did see that video.
Yo, I was like,
the
how do we
Lorax
miss this?
dancing.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Dude. That was amazing.
The Comic-Con would have been worth it for me if I was able to see that.
Yeah.
That shit is that's so cool, bro. That is so cool. And then that video, in that same video, you see Joel Edgerton like dancing in the back.
Yeah.
Randomly, Joel Edgerton is dancing. That's amazing. Yeah, Common was there to promote Silo, and obviously they were just like, bro, just do a song, bro.
Right.
You're Common, bro. Just get up there.
It looked like he was out there by where the people was like waiting for the Hall H line. So it was like, hey, if people didn't get in the Hall H, at least they got a Common performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real, dead ass, bro. All you have to do is like just give him a mic, play the track, and just let him go. And the fact that Lorax, I don't know if that was planned. I don't think it was. I think he was just vibing.
Way.
I think he was just vibing with it, brought him on stage, and good shit, bro. That's the type of good shit you see at Comic-Con. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So let's move on to something that's really insane but also exciting, and that is the box office of Odyssey. My God, this movie is clearly going to reach over $1 billion RB3. Talk to me about what numbers they're currently doing, man.
Yeah, well, historic second week drop. One of the lowest. I think it's the sixth lowest second week drop for like a movie that's. Oh wait, I gotta get the exact statistic. Anyway, for a movie that opened over $100 million, it's like top 5 or top 6 like holds of all time. It's one of the best second weekends of all time. And then it's also higher than the opening of Oppenheimer. It's also the biggest second weekend so far this year. So huge numbers in terms of its legs. Over $140 million made just in IMAX theaters alone around the world. $640 million across 2 weekends of release worldwide, and yeah, it's on track to make 1.3 to 1.5 billion, basically. You know,
crazy.
And we said it. We talked about it. We were saying, like, what is it going to look like? And I did have a lot of faith that he would outdo himself on this one. And I'm really, really happy to see it. I mostly really love the film. So finally got to see it this past weekend.
So yeah, what's your thoughts?
I was gonna say, how did we not talk to you about this, Sabrina?
I know.
Oh my God, I can't believe we didn't even bring this up. Well, Sabrina, what did you think of the Odyssey?
Yeah, I was finally able to catch like an IMAX showing because, as you guys know, like it's pretty much sold out anywhere for a decent seat. I had to wear earplugs because it was so loud. What was all of that about? Like, whatever. But I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I went at like 10:30 p.m. I got out at like 2 a.m. And it really honestly like energized me for the rest of the night. I think it was a really great adaptation with a lot of like, you know, what Christopher Nolan likes to explore, kind of like that humanity, that loss of humanity, this inner turmoil. Those elements are not necessarily present in the original work. So it's, I guess, more like his take on it is very unique. And so I enjoyed that. Overall performance is really stellar. Obviously looked absolutely beautiful. Like Hamish Patel was such a standout. Obviously Samantha Morton and honestly Robert Pattinson as well. And of course Matt Damon was great. And then Anne Hathaway too. Tom Holland was definitely... he was okay. Like, he was good. And I really like Tom Holland. But there were moments where it's just like, damn, you know, damn.
Yeah, he tried. And well, actually, I don't want to hate on Tom Holland because I know even like Variety put out that weird article like ranking his performance last or whatever. The cast
that's right, they did.
And that's a little rude. But I do think he tried. I think the character you're supposed to play was like this young boy at heart. Yeah. So he kind of just leaned into his persona. It didn't seem like a performance as much, but to me, I liked it, and I have more respect for Tom Holland after this film for sure, personally.
I agree because I know we've talked about outside of his like Spider-Man roles, now with this one, and it's really hard sometimes. Like even Florence Pugh, there's times I've seen her like interact with people on screen, and it's like it is such a different lane sometimes. Like people just are so authentic with their performances, and I think the editing, I think, Jennifer Lame is absolutely incredible. Obviously, her filmography is insane. She has Hereditary, Baumbach with like Marriage Story as well. So she has a very like diverse, I guess, like set of genres that she's worked with. And I think the IMAX camera of it all, and that's also something that's like something I'm thinking about for like Black Panther 3. I think, what is it? You can only shoot on it for like 3 minutes at a time or something like that. So a lot of that editing is going to feel choppier. And then Nolan is also somebody who already kind of has extremely choppy editing in the first place. I think out of like any, major celebrated director like this, somebody who's won an Academy Award, I think he has like the shortest shots. Like he's among like the group that has like shortest shots. So that was a little bit interesting. So I think the volume and the editing was tough. I think Jennifer Lame did the best with what she could, given the circumstances. But like, again, overall, this is such an exciting feat of cinema. And that's kind of like, I'm excited to see it again. I'm somebody who loves to like rewatch a film basically immediately. And if I could catch this easily in a theater, I would have probably had tickets sometime this week to go see it again. But they're all sold out, which is really, really great. And I'm happy that it's going to cross over 1 billion.
Yeah, the first half especially, I would say the editing is just very jarring in my opinion. I was trying to get into it and I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. But yeah, sorry, go ahead, RB3.
Yeah, people say about Nolan films. I think that's that's definitely his like style.
It's his thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny. I actually was mistaken. I was using the estimated numbers. The actual numbers came in. It made $90 million its second weekend. Literally a better second weekend than all the Batman movies. And worldwide it's at 650 million with the actuals. And then lastly, this film currently fudge, I just lost they said here, if you combine all of the grosses between all of the Warner Brothers movies this year, all the Paramount movies, and all the Sonys, like Sony, Paramount, and Warner Brothers, they all have made less money combined than just the Odyssey has made solo. So it's literally carrying water for the entire 2026 box office, which is insane.
And I also think, like I said this, prior to this film releasing, that I do anticipate that this is going to be like his magnum opus. And I think it's a perfect time in his career to come out with a film like this because it is so insane to pull it off. It is such a large story. You have to omit certain parts and somehow still like drive that narrative forward in the exact same way. And I think he did such an incredible job with that, truly. I mean, like, I think Christopher Nolan's like one of the best filmmakers, undoubtedly. Like I even, people say that with like Tarantino, and I disagree there and whatever. Like obviously I'm not comparing these two. There's a huge drop off between the two. But I do think like he's 100% goated. And gosh, like him and Matt Damon work so well together. And I think he is definitely like an actor's director. Like he can get really great performances out of his ensembles. And like, even when he's working with such a large cast, they all really, really have their moments to shine. And I don't know, I just really, really like this one.
Yeah, Matt Damon was definitely the standout, I think, for you and me, right, RB3? I think we agreed that he was the best performance in the movie, at least for us. It's incredible. I really was impressed, and don't think I've ever been that incredibly impressed by Matt Damon in any other movie, except for this one.
Hunting?
I mean,
he was good. He was good in that, but yeah,
he was good.
I think that this was definitely. I think like that's a good.
It's different, yeah.
It's so funny. It's like that's like
a
perfect introductory like performance because it's like, oh, this guy has range, but he's also like kind of a young kid who like can be a face. This one, he's like an old man. He's grizzled. His voice is worn out. He's like, where are my men? I keep looking for my men, and like I have a hard time like not like. It's just like he pulls off some. I'll be honest too. I love the Odyssey, but you know, a lot of these Nolan dialogue is like,
Oh, the dialogue, yeah.
some of it's a little stiff. You know what I'm saying? But he manages to pull it off like with enough like conviction, enough like heart to be like, dang, like I really, really felt that. Like when he was going that whole monologue about his time in Troy and how he, you know, was talking to Anne Hathaway. That was like, yo, he was really going. It was crazy.
I saw an edit on that last night. It's such a good edit. I wish I could pull it up right now. But yes, that monologue is really what did it. The monologue about the sirens was really incredible as well. And just the small moments he had with Cersei, with his men. I just feel like this is the epitome of Matt Damon performances. Like this is top of the mountain for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he still got to turn into Jason Bourne at the end. So
he did, yeah, you're right. Yeah. He did his stunt stuff, which was cool as well. And then Sabrina, we talked about memes last week. The memes coming out of this movie is just incredible, and they still keep coming out. They're still relevant to this day, in my opinion. I still can't get the beggars out of here.
So good.
I can't take in RB3. I was gonna tweet this out, bro. It says, "Can somebody get these beggars out of here?" And it's just me and RB3 waiting in the IGN line.
No, my God, that IGN line was crazy.
We waited for 2 hours, bro.
We didn't even get in. We didn't get in.
We didn't get in with like over
party?
2 hours, bro.
Yeah, the IGN party. Yeah.
And I was gonna put the Robert Pattinson. Can somebody get these beggars out of here? And it's me
straight
and
up. There was a lot of beggars in that line too. A lot of beggars.
That was me and you, bro.
I mean, we were. We could have. And that sad part is, I goofed up by heading in the VIP line with on the other side, and then you know, there was a lot of mistakes.
We waited for legit over 2 hours.
Yeah,
we were legit beggars out of here, bro.
For a party, I didn't even have an open bar. It was just like a 2-drink ticket thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we didn't even miss
2 hours for a 2-drink. I would have been taking Andres' tickets. I would have been like, yo,
yeah. No, honestly, that was my plan. That was the only reason.
It was your plan. You're right. Good point.
But yeah,
I was like, damn, bro, where's that Antoneus, bro? Antoneus is gonna scream at us right now.
Nah, he was dead gonna scream. And
I'm so sorry. Going back to the Odyssey, I was just thinking of like Zendaya as well. I loved
I thought she was great.
She was so great. And obviously in like the final scene that we see her in, like that final sequence, chills.
Yeah.
So good.
I really did. I talked about this last week, but I did feel like it's such a small but powerful performance. Every time she's on screen, she says something of importance, like literally like this is the theme of the movie kind of stuff, whether it's like a lesson or some sort of thematic thing that we, the audience, need to know about. And I feel like it worked perfectly in the movie. So
yeah,
just
and
the
then
emotion in the heart
as well. Another one, like I really love it because again, obviously he's very vocal about where he stands politically, and he's just like, then if you disagree, don't see my movies, don't do this, don't do that. And I love it because now he's in a film that literally everybody is going to see.
Dead ass. And that's really powerful for sure.
I love seeing the conservatives, you know, eat their farce on that one too.
For real.
Oh my God. It's so insane. Obviously the buildup, you know, like we've talked about it a little bit, like it's so insane how people put this film under like such a microscope, and they were kind of like thinking about every single aspect. Oh my God, Elliot Page. Oh my God, Lupita Nyong'o. And it's like, bro, like now the movie came out.
Yep.
It's like
biggest
really
dub ever.
Incredible, and it's very popular. So like, what now?
Wrong. Yeah. This definitely is one of the biggest examples of that hate campaign just bombing in their face, which is amazing. So
can't do that to Nolan.
Yeah, no, for real.
Well, Nolan, again, arguably one of the great conservative filmmakers out there, but you know, so you know, I hate to say it, but that's, you know, that's who he is. But I mean, that's nevertheless though, I think it is I love this film. I love Nolan's on the hot streak. And then somebody in the chat said something good recently. Anyway, I don't want to hold too much time on that. But yeah, it was oh man, I loved every second of it. I'm looking forward to seeing it the 4th time. I know they're gonna kick it out of Dolby and stuff like for Spider-Man, but but yeah, I gotta see it. Somebody said Lupita's Mexican. Look it up. You're the one who told me that, Andres.
Yeah.
She's a Mexican.
She's Mexican, yeah.
Oh my God.
Born in Mexico, right?
Yeah, born and raised, I think. I think she left when she was like 16 or 17.
Absolute queen.
Yeah. Gosh, dog, there's one other point about. Oh, well, for one, I'll think about what other point I was going to make about the Odyssey in a second. But of course, like real quick, Emily Wilson, who
that's right.
Christopher Nolan cited,
She's been hating, bro,
as an example, right? As the person who, or her translation is what inspired the script for this movie. She came out and said she wasn't vibing with this film, y'all. She had a lot to say. I mean, she had some spicy quotes. My favorite of which, quote, "There's no sex scenes. All of the food looks horrible." No,
Was she wrong?
Yeah, not wrong. I mean, she's not wrong. The food didn't look good in there. I'm like, dang, y'all Greeks. I thought y'all was eating like grapes and stuff. But then, yeah, no, it's crazy that the sex scene. I thought that was gonna happen when right before Matt Damon was about to go off to war, and then Ludwig's hisses with them sexual 808s. I'm like, ooh, and then they started going, and then she's like, "Here's my pen." I'm like, "Oh, a pen." I want to see more than a pen, but I want to see another kind of pen, bro. If you know what I'm saying. But that was I definitely. Well, I don't understand her criticism from being 100, but suits her. She knows more than the Odyssey than I do. So.
And I think that's where I kind of come from too, as like somebody who I think it's like a very unadaptable work. Right. I do think that like you have to take certain liberties and obviously things that you're going to omit. You know what I will say? Another standout, the Cyclops scene was so sad.
Oh, yeah.
So absolutely sad. And I was like, I was talking to my boyfriend and he's like, well, how is it that sad? Like he was like eating them. And I'm like, bro, like we have cats. And like when they kill a spider, that's like that to that. Like he's innocent. He's also young and mistakes were made like truly throughout that entire film. Like if somebody tells you, hey, don't do this, just listen. And come on.
That's the entire Odyssey summed up in that journey back home is the men were like, mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Just L after L.
We ate some cattle, turned into pigs. Shit happens.
Oh my God.
Giants try to kill us and sink our ship. Like it was crazy.
And obviously this type of like, grand journey is something that we see in like a lot of films, like SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Yes.
Creed. There's like all those films that kind of have that element where it's just L after L after L. And, it's all derived basically from this. And so it's pretty unadaptable as is. And you definitely have to take liberties.
Yeah, I feel like all her criticisms are a little bit too grounded in the source material, which I get is what she does, but at the same time I feel like none of it what she's saying is cinematic at all. I mean, I guess the sex scenes are, but besides that I feel like everything else is like, yeah, why would he do that? I feel like all her criticisms are very much just rooted into what she takes away from the work, but it doesn't necessarily work as a movie, which is what he was trying to do. So that's just my opinion, but because I feel like all of them were just kind of just like, yeah, well, that's not going to work in a movie, girl. This is not that. So
yeah.
But.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I mean, yeah, I if there's like a mini series of this story at some point, maybe. But honestly, Nolan did it pretty good. And I know she said there's no emotional depth. There's a lot of action. I personally needed a lot of action. Like I didn't want him to see the Odyssey. I mean, I could have had a few more talking scenes too. I'll admit, I could have had a little bit more of Lupita and of that storyline, Helen of Troy storyline. But at the same time, though, 2 hours, 52 minutes, it's a long film, but it moved fast. So, it wasn't like, it didn't feel like super, super crazy long. Like, it didn't feel like I was watching The Irishman. You know what I'm saying? So it had a good flow. And even my coworkers, this is why there's sometimes it's like a snooty scholars, they have their opinions and you got to go to the normal man. Like with me, I work in sports media. Now it's like every week a new person sees the Odyssey in my office. And now this other dude, Aiden, comes in today. Yo, that was the best movie ever, man. Like, honestly, I don't even go to the movies, but that movie right there, I want to go to the movies almost every week now. I'm inspired to go to the movies. Like, Nolan did it, da-da-da. I'm like, yo, and this guy, I'm telling you, he's not a movie guy. Like, Nolan's finding a way to make non-movie people, non-fantasy people, non-like literary scholars go into their movies and be like, oh, shoot, like, that was dope. Like, so that is like, I see a lot of value in that. I also see a lot of value in the scholarly critiques and everything like that too. But we gotta know there's a $250 million movie, y'all. It's not gonna be, we're not gonna be getting some super heady dialogue, heavy something.
One thing I will say though, real quick, and I know we're gonna move on from this, but the practical effects, in my opinion, help a lot in getting audiences on board with this movie. And I mean like audiences who go to see 3-4 movies a year, like those kind of people, like you said, RB3, who don't really watch movies that much. Practical effects for some reason engages you almost on a psychological level where you can just feel like literally the sense of touch is just so apparent within your eyeballs that it really just helps you immerse into the movie even more. And I think that low key is like an underrated psychological engagement inside filmmaking, where you can get people who don't really watch movies be like, man, that was good, because the practical effects of it all sucks them into the movie even more than
it's like textured and it's like palpable.
It helps. It really does.
Absolutely.
So I think that'll help even people who don't watch movies that much to really get into it even more. So, but speaking of movies, we got another massive one coming out this week in RB3, and that is Spider-Man Brand New Day. I believe the premiere is happening right now. So we might even get first reactions tonight, maybe. But Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out this weekend. I believe it's going to make a crap ton of money as well. How are you guys feeling about this movie?
I'm beyond excited.
You're not excited?
No, I'm beyond
excited. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Man. No.
They have like trailers coming out with Olivia Rodrigo's Stupid song over it.
Oh, no way.
God, I'll cry right now. Every single thing I've seen, and I'm trying not to watch too much because I really don't want to get spoiled on key moments, I guess. I'm so pumped for this one. Unfortunately, I can't see it probably until like Saturday. So hopefully I don't get spoiled, but I probably will.
Fingers crossed. RB3, how you feeling?
I'm super excited. I mean, I'm tremendously excited. I'm orchestrating multiple screenings, so I'm seeing it on Thursday with my homies. We're gonna see it in Screen X, and then Saturday seeing it with Jason. This one we're actually seeing it in Screen X 3D, which is like, whoa! I'm stepping out Screen X twice, and I'm probably gonna try and sneak in one Wednesday if I can make it work, But yeah, I mean, I'm beyond excited. Destin Daniel Cretton, you already know how good he is, and yeah, the film just looks phenomenal. It just looks good,
Yeah, it looks good. We got to see a clip of it at Hall H RB3 when John Bernthal came out and told Kevin Feige, he's like, let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah.
To him and to the audience. And he showed us a quick 30-second clip of the movie. But
to be honest, I literally didn't even look at my phone. I didn't even look at the screen. I was just
no way. Okay.
I was like, the movie's coming
I tried to do the same.
Week. Yeah, movies coming
I tried to do the same thing and I couldn't. I ended up looking at the screen. I was like, I'm going to look away like I've done before. And I ended up just looking at it because I was like, whatever. It's an action scene. After something I'm going to avoid it, not avoid it. It would be an action scene, but it looks cool. It looks fun. And I do feel like what Destin Daniel Cretton is cooking up is going to be something. I think this is going to be like, so far what I've seen, this might be me speaking out of turn, but I think it looks Civil War level with what they've been cooking up, just based on the amount of characters in it, based on the hype around it, based on the amount of reveals we might get. It feels a little Civil War-ish, as to say, like, not quite Avengers, but almost that Avengers level. I think that's the vibes I'm getting from Brand New Day. So,
yeah. I mean, right now it's projected to open to $800 million worldwide.
But what is opening day looking like? Opening weekend, I mean.
That's opening weekend worldwide, 800 million. Opening weekend. The domestic. They say
it's gonna be like what, 240 domestic?
240, 250. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's insane, bro. What?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's the thing. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is genuinely like, I feel like it's so widely beloved.
It is. That's
and
crazy.
His films are actually really quality. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Far From Home. I think that's like the weakest so far. But even then, it's very, very enjoyable. And like, John Watts isn't even somebody who had the sauce. And we're talking about like Destin Daniel Cretton, like, has the sauce. We already saw. I tried to like scroll away, but I saw like a POV, like slinging around like New York.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh my God, stunning, absolutely stunning, and that's what I'm going to the theater to see. And And then also, I think just a lot of people are in love with the story between MJ and Peter Parker as well, and what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zendaya. Yeah.
Zendaya's gonna be back at it. I mean, Zendaya and Tom Holland, they cashing more checks than like.
I know.
Yeah,
They are low key like, I don't know how to say it, but they're like the most beloved couple.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they're like the Hollywood couple, but like I don't know, like the all American couple, I guess. It really is kind of like
he's not American, so
the all like, I don't know, all world couple.
Get what you're saying, like,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of it is because they don't really like put themselves out there a lot. Like, we don't know really any of the inner workings of their normal day-to-day life. We just see them. They're both clearly like just really great people, and then that's kind of like it. And so that's why I feel like, okay, maybe I'm being dramatic with this, but it's like it gives royal couple. Like,
It
I get what you're
does.
saying.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
everyone
Yeah.
is so excited. Do you remember how people reacted when the first like paparazzi photos dropped of them kissing in a car? People were losing their damn minds. And I think from that till now, like, it's really beautiful to see. It's like we don't actually get a look into their relationship, but on screen we see a relationship between their two characters blossom, and then it's happening in real life. So it feels very magical. It feels very Hollywood. So I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Sabrina, you just take it from here. I feel like that's about it, RB3, unless you got some other thoughts or things you wanted to get to before we finish up.
I don't. I thought I had something right at the end, somewhere between Odyssey and
Shout out RB3. I'll give a shout out. Shout out RB3 for everything he's done, for everything he did at Comic-Con, for everything he does for this channel, the editing, the posting, the creativity off the chain, off the charts. It's been crazy. Seeing you work over the weekend, man, was really inspiring. So as a human being and as just a creative artist in general, it's just amazing, man. So I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, man. There's no other homie I'd rather share a bed with than my boy Andres here, man.
Y'all were cuddling.
It was cuddled up, man. You know, which is like the right person to do it, man. You know, we rode strong in the night together. You held me down a lot of nights I wasn't in shape to be held down, you know what I'm saying? But you really supported the brother and made sure he got home and safe and everything. So salute to you, man. And you helped me, you know. I can't tell you how many times Andres helped out situations this weekend. I was like really wild, but Andres had a fresh head, good perspective on it. So like, salute to you, brother, man. And yeah, also too, your hard work too. I honestly, low key, was probably the two more active people this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Just in the whole con in general, I feel like we got a lot of clips. We was doing a lot of stuff. You had a lot of pop-in tweets, spicy tweets that were up there. So yeah, salute to you, man. We was killing it. We was killing it. Everybody was killing it. Everybody on GOC was killing it, and we killed it too. So.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely. Yeah, it's because I'm always stone cold, bro. That's what I told you. Every time I'm the only one who's just like, my eyes are like wide awake. Right. Everyone is kind of glazed over, and I'm here stone cold every single time.
It'll be like David Jonsson is playing Black Panther, and then like 2 milliseconds later, the text like, David Jonsson is playing Toussaint / T'Challa Jr. in Black Panther 3.
Yeah.
And with the pictures and everything, you're like, yo, what the? Did you even walk on stage yet? How'd you get that? Like, it was crazy. It was wild. It was dope.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, shout out San Diego. Just a fun, wild city in general. I kind of like seeing just the wildness of it all and meeting random people on the street and stuff like that. We met that random auntie and nephew. Shout out to them. Remember that auntie with her nephew who were coming out from Michigan, and we had a 25-minute conversation with them.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is just stuff that you just never expect from you could always expect, I guess, from San Diego. So
you never expect you run into the costume designer from Obsession.
There you go. Stuff like that.
I was like, dang, man, I loved cool. it. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, there was a lot of good stuff. And make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. King Portal said, "Orange the next short film RB3 coming very, 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 very soon." I mean, like super soon, as in, colorist is cooking, sound mixers doing final draft type thing. Like it's really that close, and it's been tough, working and doing all this. But we keeping content alive, y'all. And then somebody said, Fatasha, let's go. Are these what? Wait, some of you guys are Wengers people, right? King Porter, I feel like I seen you on the Wenger show times before, man. Are the Wengers live tonight? Anyway, sorry. Thank y'all, man. And also, again, thank you, Andres, for really holding it down this weekend as a real brother. You know what I'm saying? Always held it strong. In an industry where there's a lot of fake friends, you the realest one, bro. You the realest one, for sure.
Appreciate it, man. And yeah, saying right back at you. I think realness, especially after this weekend, man, realness is what matters, bro. Forget everything else. I feel like just being yourself, being real, being sincere, being kind. Kindness is underrated. I will always say that, especially when you're in an industry like a Hollywood type industry where people kind of forget that and they feel like just looking at you is kindness, and it's like, nah, your presence isn't that powerful. You still got to show some humility and some kindness. So definitely feel that too. So, and that goes with everyone that we got to meet and talk to over the weekend, and everyone who showed us kindness was cool. And whether you were at Hall H or whether you were at one of those events that we went to or anything like that was cool. So yeah, appreciate y'all.
You guys absolutely crushed it. Honestly, I cannot imagine running around in that like over 90-degree heat this past weekend, running on no sleep. I would have been plowed with tequila sodas end of each night. Andres would have been like carrying me home. You guys absolutely crushed it.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's the no sleep part is fun.
Yeah,
it's like I'm so dazed. I struggle sleeping in general, so for me, I'm just like, I'm not gonna sleep. I'm just not gonna sleep this weekend. So just kind of vibe off that.
And that's a perfect way to end it. That's a perfect way to end it. And I'm gonna actually play that clip with my boy Andre Blackner, because that's exactly what he was talking about. He was there. He was right next to us. Andre was talking.
Andre's the best, bro. He really is. Like, I was thinking about him today. I was like, man. Seen him at that Blurred and Bougie and seen him in that con floor. He's a real one, like the realest one. The realest one. He's crazy.
And he always shows love, despite no matter how big or small. Even in our little chat, you'll see in the little clip right there. He's like, who's in the live stream? Who's live stream? I'm like, 1, 2, 3 people. He's like, don't matter. You're all beautiful. I'm like, yeah, you a king, bro. I love it. But yeah, salute to y'all. And yeah, great show, y'all. Great show.
You can follow me at Squad Leader Sabrina. Where can everyone find you?
At Sabrina on film on TikTok and Twitter, and then at Sabrina.onfilm on Instagram.
RB3.
Follow me on Instagram at Director RB3. For Kasha Broda, donated $1.99 super chat. Salute to you with the heartbroken. Thanks to you. Yeah, King Sporter, I knew you was a Wenger. You're a Wenger. Gabe Fun says you're a Wenger too. Yeah, well, what's all these Wengers doing here? I guess they're not live tonight, but after 9, Joseph Ashley is late. But yeah, Director RB3, TikTok, and follow First Cut TMO. We got stuff cooking. We just did another Dodgers reel. We have more Dodgers reels coming up too.
IG, I was going to say, those Dodgers reels on Instagram, make sure you guys follow specifically at First Cut TMO on IG, on TikTok as well, and not just YouTube. So show us love there. Either way, guys, for the First Cut crew, we're going to be peacing out. So peace, deuces.
Oh shit! What's up? Oops, sorry. My bad, brother. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
I'm on TikTok real quick.
Oh, on TikTok?
Yeah.
You live?
We live.
I didn't get permission to do this. No, I was like,
nah.
I was like, what's up?
What's good, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. Oh, let me flip that. It's I don't even know how to flip it. I don't want to hold you up, bro.
No, you're good.
I just honestly I just saw you here. I just want to say
there we
what's
go.
up.
Flip cam. We got it. What's up?
What's up?
Hi, everybody. Who's up in this live? Just watching from the shadows.
Literally. We got some people. We got some people not live. We a small platform, bro. But
hey, y'all here. That's all.
That's all.
Nobody else matters. Y'all here.
Yeah, that's all that matters, man.
That's cool. What you checking out right now? What are you
doing
on the floor?
We're doing one more walk around the floor, and then I know PlayStation, they got the Wolverine game over there at Marriott.
Yo, for real?
Yeah, I think at the so we probably hit that. And honestly, I'm kind of burnt out. We don't probably call it.
It's Sunday, y'all.
It's Sunday. It's been a long week.
Look, this is the thing. Don't judge anybody he put on camera that look like they about to fall asleep. Some of us been here for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we love this geek stuff.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you just get tired.
You tired. tired.
You can't help it. You can only geek out so much.
No, literally.
You gotta recharge your geek, you know, because you know you don't want to get to a point where you geek too fast and
No, honestly, I might have been geeked out like by Friday. I'm just on extra geek time.
Yeah,
so.
man, you can't keep that geek stamina up so much. You gotta rest.
Yeah.
Get some fluids in you. Get some food in you.
Yeah.
Take a little break.
Yeah.
You know, slowly build yourself back up with your geek stuff. Like maybe look at one collectible. Maybe watch one episode.
Yeah.
Take your time with the geek.
Yes.
This is like a straight up geek fest. You worn out.
I'm worn out. I'm worn out. Thankfully, I haven't gotten sick yet. I know that's always the confluence out.
Don't.
I'm not gonna speak into it.
I've done that before. I come home Sunday like, man, I feel clean, perfect temperature, ain't nothing happened.
Yeah.
Tuesday, it'd be like 2-3 days. It's like the ring.
Yeah.
A few days come later, all of a sudden I go. That's it. If you hear that, if you get that little thing right there,
yeah, it's over.
It ain't gonna happen that night, but the next morning, don't make plans. Don't make plans, because you're either gonna be in one or two places.
Yeah,
the bedroom or the bathroom.
Yeah. Especially
and nowadays. Might be both.
Yeah, shit.
Watch your lettuce.
Yeah, literally. Yo, don't eat too much of that Chipotle. Make sure it's all that Chipotle. You know what I mean?
We don't live. I mean, I'm not gonna get too much. But we live in a time where it's like, man, y'all eat burgers and donuts. Like, don't mess with any vegetables right now. All that food they told you don't eat. That's not the food to eat.
Right.
Candy bars, chocolate, all that. Ice cream.
I'm not getting salmonella from.
Do not touch a lettuce. Don't touch a carrot at all.
Nah,
Sorry, bugs.
Exactly. Oh, shit. Yo, Andre, bro, I love you, bro. Good seeing you, bro.
We've
been seeing each other all weekend.
Thanks, live. Y'all have fun now.
For sure. Thank you, bro. That's my boy, man. Andre Black Nerd, man. The GOAT, the OG.
Wait, so you're saying I need to be 25 years old to rent a car? Is somebody here I can talk to? I'm nowhere near where I wanted to be by this age. Time slipping through my fingers.